Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of the...
12.
I even thought about it twice.
12.
Welcome to episode 12 of the Sister Luv Squad cast. We are here, all six of us, today, and it is our Q&A kind of freelance episode. So if you've heard these episodes before, you never know quite where it's going to go.
Neither do we.
It's always fun.
None of it is planned.
So to get started, does anybody have a question or something?
Elsie said she had something on her mind.
Yeah,
I know.
Scary.
it's about
Scary
movies because, I do really like movies. What is some of the best ending scenes you've ever seen? Like, especially one that made you cry or really emotional.
Without giving spoilers to people?
Yeah, without giving spoilers to people. Although, you could just do spoiler alert, and if they don't want to hear spoilers, they can skip this part.
I heard her say Indian.
What?
Oh.
I'm thinking,
Best
wow.
Indian movie?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Ending of a movie.
Ending.
Yeah.
Ending of a movie. Well, okay, to make me cry, I guess I can start since I'm the one that's...
You're the one that
Thought of
obviously
something.
came up with an answer first.
The Lost Valentine. I have to say that's one of them.
Yeah.
You will cry at Andy Griffith endings.
Well,
Yes.
sometimes.
It's true.
Have we told them about the Lord of the Rings incident?
Oh my word. Okay, you're
I don't
talking
know
about
if we
ending
have
of
on the
movies.
podcast yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes. So,
That is a really good ending, though.
Yes. That was a
oh,
great
Lost Valentine?
No, well, Lost Valentine is, but Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
I
a
love
great
the whole
ending.
trilogy, but I like the way they ended it.
Yeah, because, so it was 2 years ago, I think it was,
No, it was last year.
or last year, we went through the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And it was just really me, Shelly, and Jaylee. Sometimes Mandy was there.
Yeah.
Because Xena doesn't really like the...
has a tender heart and gets scared a little easily.
I don't
Yeah.
like orcs.
and Linda doesn't
scare
like
me.
Gollum.
I have kind of been around people like Gollum.
Yeah.
I understandably
That does
so.
that does kind of hit home.
Yeah.
It creeps you
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, it's understandable why she doesn't like Gollum.
Not, they didn't look like Gollum. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just kind of during the day, if we had free hours, we'd watch that. But Linda and Xena did come up when we were watching the very last scene.
Okay, it's not the very last scene.
Oh, excuse me.
It's the very best
coronation scene.
Coronation scene. Okay.
Yes,
And
because the very last scene is saying goodbye to Frodo.
they had not watched any of the trilogy.
Side note, though, you had watched the movies before, I'm pretty sure, right?
Not all of them, she said.
I watched it up to which one has the orcs in it?
All of them have works in it.
I mean, the scene where they come and storm the castle type.
Oh,
The
that's
really
Two
big-
Towers,
Which
isn't it?
one? Because there's several
They're
orc
always storming
attacks.
the towers?
There's several different places that they storm.
That's all the movie is storming.
That is not true.
Sorry.
I've probably watched all three.
Yeah.
Because I have boys. I have sons.
Yeah.
So whether I paid attention to them at all is another thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they came up just for that last scene. And without watching any of the other movies, Xena starts crying Niagara Falls. I mean,
I am
it's just
sorry.
like...
The reason I cried, and this is good script writing, yes, it was good acting, and I guess the music. But I didn't need to see all those ugly orcs. I didn't need to go through all this gory nonsense. All I needed to see was these little guys who I knew had been through a journey, and the big king says to them, "You, my friends, bow to no one." And everyone bows to them. I mean, how can you not cry?
It's epic.
I think I cried with you.
You
Yeah,
did.
It's a
We
pretty
both
epic
needed
part.
tissue.
It's great.
Yep.
It is a pretty epic part.
That's all you needed of the movie. There you go.
She needed no setup.
The ending of that Random Harvest was good. That we watched.
That one was
Random
very
Harvest.
good. Yep.
We did watch that. That was because this is Linda's birthday month. So if you've been following the movies that we've been opening, I don't think I had ever watched Random Harvest before. I think that was the
I don't
first
think I
time.
had either. Well, I don't know because parts of it felt really familiar. So I don't know if I had seen it a long time ago or if there was a movie similar. You know how I remembered it was the part where he got knocked out, and then woke up again and remembered his past self. I remember there's a movie, either that one or one like it. I was pretty little. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't he know he's married? He just needs to look to have a wedding ring on. And that's when Linda told me, she's like, men didn't used to wear wedding rings. And I didn't know that up until that point.
Not everyone, no.
But I
Dad
feel
didn't
like
have
that was a different movie.
I think it was.
Like it was Gregory Peck instead of him or something.
Yeah,
or a
it could've
TV
been-
show. It could have been on a TV show.
No, it was a movie.
Yeah, it could have been.
But it was the
not-
same feel to it, the movie was.
He could have lost his memory at that point, not before.
Yeah, I feel like it happened twice.
Oh.
But
I don't know, but if you haven't watched it, we don't want to give too many spoilers away. Sweet movie, but also one that I did and I didn't expect the end. It keeps throwing you like you're not quite sure how it's going to go.
Here's a random thing. It has nothing to do with movies.
that's
Okay.
okay. That's what this podcast is
Yeah.
for.
You know that thing that's trending on Facebook or whatever, where all the people, the friends, they link arms and then do silly running things at the camera.
Yeah.
Yes,
I guess it's called the gallop or something.
Well, that's kind of how
they
you
have a
to do
term
it.
for it.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on in their minds. I know from doing that with you guys. Yeah, what's on your face doesn't depict what was going through your brain.
No, it
No.
isn't.
Yeah,
Not at all.
It's an acting job.
but it's
Yeah.
yeah. I don't.
I thought it was a blast. We should post some of the outtakes of that shoot.
yes, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, some were a little irritated because they weren't doing it right. And the other ones was acting like a silly goose,
It was me.
which wasn't taking directions. But it all turned out wonderful.
Yeah.
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 So
it
if
was
you don't,
actually lots of fun, though.
if you don't know what pictures we did that with, they were the ones we posted on the 4th of July. There's 2 of them so far that we posted of us walking together. So go look at them and you can see we were doing the apparently galloping challenge with that.
Actually, me and Xena did it first. I don't know if we're going to post some of those pictures.
Oh, we
yeah, I
could.
forgot
Yeah.
about that.
We were in Wyoming, right? I think it was
Yeah,
Wyoming.
you were
Yeah.
across from the M&M factory.
We're a
in
bit
Sheridan.
behind on posting pictures.
Yeah. I have a picture of it right here.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be almost overly silly.
Yeah,
'Cause
you do.
These 5 women aren't. They're very sedate, and it just doesn't come off as well.
Well, you have to be over
No.
the top. It's like when they would do like silent films and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it was technically a ton of pictures they were taking.
Well,
so
I'll
you
just
had to be
I'll
exaggerating.
just go ahead and tell the people. Elsie was a little miffed at Xena because Xena was was being completely over the top, and you were
And
going.
saying weird things. Like,
This is so fun. I mean this in the nicest, most loving way possible, Xena, but you were kind of acting like an airhead. I mean,
I know.
and it came off really
Look
well.
at the photos I got. Like I'm not even mad about it.
Yeah,
No.
and Elsie was going, "What are you doing?"
Stop
and
it,
smiling.
I'm
Stop
sorry,
it!
baby.
But that came off all right. So
I know it worked out because it made me laugh more. I'm sorry when you started going, why are you being so fake? Xena, stop being so fake.
I wasn't okay. I will say I wasn't truly, honestly mad at you. It was just confusing me.
irritated.
annoyed.
You were a bit irritated.
yeah,
But see, that made me and Jay Lee laugh how upset they were getting at each other.
well,
Well, see, I didn't really know what was going on down there because I couldn't hear except for Xena going, oh. I could definitely hear that. But I didn't know Elsie was irritated. All I knew is that Mandy was calling out names for who should lean forward and interact. And Mom kept calling out my name. And Elsie wasn't turning down and looking at me. And Elsie was supposed to come down when she called out my name.
Well, I'll tell you, because out of my one ear, I was hearing, "This is so much fun." Oh! So I couldn't hear Jay Lee, the name Jay Lee.
Oh
Yeah.
my word.
But it's fun.
It is.
it's fun.
It is. I love it.
Yeah.
I know. I saw another one, a video of, and it was just a couple. This one tickled me. I almost we should almost do reels of us doing it too, because I almost like watching the reels even better than the pictures. But there was this one couple on Facebook Reels, and the husband was kind of like he again was the more serious, like trying to smile and look around at that. His wife was dying laughing, like she couldn't stop laughing to the point because she couldn't believe how ridiculous it was, and the photos were just great. Oh my word!
Well,
Yeah,
I know
it
that a
was
lot of
fun.
people like seeing the behind the scenes reel that I took while we were taking pictures even, and it's nice to see that backstage kind of thing. Like I think Linda's taking pictures of Elsie in it, and Elsie had her hand like kind of by her nose.
Yeah.
Hear Linda say, "No, not in your nose."
Looks like you're smelling something not very pleasant.
She's like, "Up a little higher."
Oh my word! Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anyhow.
Anyway, back to the other one. One of my favorite endings is, and there's one fail, but not in the scene I'm talking about.
Okay.
The second to the last scene of Peggy Sue Got Married.
Yeah, that one always makes me cry.
There's
too.
only one thing I have a problem with, and that's the son should have been there at the end.
That was always a question for me.
Yeah, me
because
too.
they never
Yeah.
cast the boy. Yeah, he was never
It's like,
in
how
it.
easy is it to get somebody to play?
He
Just
doesn't
one
even have
person.
to say
Grab
anything.
a grip person and throw him in there. I mean,
But other than that, it's a great movie, great
Yeah.
ending.
that was one that made me cry the first time, and it isn't the exact last scene, but it's the scene in the gazebo.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
really.
Because again, well, this is me and
It's a greenhouse.
It's
Well, yeah, it's a greenhouse.
only words. I mean, it's the words with me again, but it's because when they say
It's
giving away
okay.
too much.
Spoiler alert: you can skip forward 20 seconds if you don't want to hear it.
What are their names? What are the kids' names?
Scott and Beth.
Beth, yeah.
Who are Scott and Beth?
I like
He's
the
like-
I like
and
this verse or the what he says afterwards.
Right. He says, "Who are Scott and Beth?" And he's like, "That's you and me."
That's what I meant. That's yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's looking at the locket.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. Who is Scott and Beth? That's you and me. And she goes,
He's-
so are they.
Yeah. I like it when he says, "I'm going to go save my car."
I know.
In the rain.
Yeah. Although, and I didn't notice it the first time. This is in the scene Shelley was talking about where they should have cast the son.
In the hospital scene.
Yeah, I didn't notice this, but when she's waking up, he's singing Peggy Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
That is
Yep.
so
Yep.
sweet to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, she wakes up to him singing Peggy Sue by Buddy Holly.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, she says that's Scott and Beth, and he says, "Who is Scott and Beth?"
He goes, that's
That's
you.
your mother gave me. That's you and me.
She
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
so are they.
Right, because he had given her a locket with their baby pictures, his and hers, in it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to watch it to really get it. But
Yeah.
it, yep.
I picked it.
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna
did.
have to watch that
Yes.
one.
Mm-hmm. That's one of those movies I can watch over and over and over again. I love that movie.
Yeah. And one ending that when I watched it, I didn't really know how to deal with it, but I guess it's a pretty good ending theatrical wise, is Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
Yeah.
It's not really a tearjerker.
No, but it sticks with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It ends kind of open-endedly.
Yeah, it does. But that's what makes it good. I feel like it had to end that way.
Yeah, or wouldn't have been as hopeful.
It was a more epic ending than the book
Yeah, the movie ending is epic.
because he doesn't. He says, "Frankly, my dear," in another part of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think it's down there when they, you know how she comes down. He's down sitting in the dining room, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's when he says it.
Well, you got to sometimes do that with
Does-
movies.
Does the book still, you read the whole book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does the book still end with tomorrow is another day?
I believe so.
Or was that ad-libbed
Okay.
by Vivian Lee?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
no. She says something of that nature because she's a fighter.
Yep.
I mean, you can say what you want about her, but she got put into situations that she had to do what she had to do to survive.
I know. And she
know.
always did.
And Frank Kennedy was going to help her survive, even though she stole him from her sister,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, if you have not watched Gone with the Wind, sorry, but shame on you. You gotta go see it at least once. We saw it actually in theaters too, which was just epic.
That was really good.
It's always better to see it on the big screen because that's how those movies were made to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can get it on streaming services and DVD and all that, so you have no excuse. Go watch it.
Well, everything's excellent about it.
Yes.
The costumes, the staging, the actors. And
Yeah, the casting's perfect.
the casting, they made those roles theirs, especially Prissy.
Oh
Yes,
my word.
yes.
I'll never forget.
You know, it might not go over now because people go, oh, that's stereotypical or whatever, you know, but
Here's my thing about it that really, it kind of angers me about that approach. Because Prissy is not Mammy.
That's what I was just gonna say.
They're distinct personalities and people. It isn't because of their skin color that they
Act
have
a
them
certain
like
way.
that.
And anybody, as I well know, can be a prissy. I've experienced some run-ins, and sometimes they're my sister.
As she gives the side eye to Elsie.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I know.
it was a different time. You have to really go back and you know, you can't say ours is a better time and theirs wasn't because you weren't there. You don't, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, I
I
think
know I'll
we
probably get some pushback on that, but like I keep saying, I'd like to hear what somebody, if we're here, you know, if the human race survives 200 years in the future, what would they say about us? You know,
And some
because
of the
it
societal.
seems like society always thinks they're better than the generations past, and that's not true.
No.
They just had different. But you didn't live there. You didn't live among the people.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, it might have been both the last Q&A and the last top 10 for sure. I know we had some great discussions on that. We talked about Civil War and Custer and
Yeah.
different situations.
On the Gone with the Wind thing, I think Jaylee and Shelly saw this because they follow him. But Don Franklin from, we know him from Sequest. He plays Commander Ford.
Jonathan Ford.
Yeah, Commander Jonathan Ford. He posted something about Clark Gable. And on the set of Gone with the Wind, they had segregated signs. So, like, white people sit over here, black people sit over there, you know, the bathrooms and all that. Clark Gable said, take those signs down or you're out, one Rhett Butler.
Yep. So they did. They accommodated because they could not have had a different actor playing Rhett Butler.
I was just gonna say that though. That's the other thing with how well cast it was. Can you imagine anybody else in that role?
No.
I just
No.
can't.
No. There's no way.
And this is kind of random, but I think Clark Gable needs a mustache.
I do like him better with a mustache. That's
Yeah.
just my personal preference. I think he's more handsome with a mustache.
I think he's handsome, like clean shaven and with a mustache. I prefer him with a mustache.
Because doesn't he have a mustache on? It happened on one night with
Yeah, he does.
Claudette.
No, I
I
think
don't
that's
think
the
he
one where he
does.
doesn't.
Really?
Because that's a pretty young one of him.
Oh,
No, he doesn't.
well then maybe I don't know what I'm talking about because I
Mutiny on
think
the
he's kind of
Bounty
cute in
he
that
does.
movie.
Or was it Mutiny on the Bounty that we watched him on?
Yeah.
He didn't.
Mm-mm.
I will
He
say,
didn't have a mustache then.
I personally think his ears are kind of cute. But I will say if he has a mustache, they don't stick out as much.
Yeah, I don't notice it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Shelly
Yeah.
gets it.
Yeah.
Shelly gets it. When he's clean shaven, you notice his ears a little bit more.
I
He-
guess
he was distinct, distinctive. Distinctive. That's it. Yeah.
Did you have something you keep having?
Yeah.
So
So
you keep putting your microphone up like you want to say
Well,
something.
I keep trying to think of a really good ending that I cry at, or you know, very good. But There's so
Anything
many
that-
that I can't think of
Anything
one.
that's spelt Hallmark.
I just was gonna say the movie The Magic of Ordinary Days.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
That
It's
one
really
is one of my favorite.
I don't know if I cry at that one, but
At the
I
end,
think
I
I
do.
did the first
yeah.
time.
The first time,
I don't know if
okay.
it's one that makes me cry every time,
Yeah.
but not just crying, just for a good ending. I have to say one of the greatest endings of all time, just because the first time I watched it, it completely threw me, and we're not going to talk about it because if somebody who's listening has not watched it,
You're definitely
I'm
not,
not-
going to give a
I'm
spoiler.
definitely not giving a spoiler, but and my brain's not working. I think of something and then it goes out of my head. Best ending for surprise for me has been The Sting.
Yes.
that's what it's supposed to be.
I know.
Yep.
Well, I think that was written so well.
Yep.
I think that was one of the best endings as far as element of surprise.
Although, and here's another one I'm not gonna say in case someone hasn't watched it. Clue was pretty good.
Clue's
I
good.
do like the way
yep.
they ended Clue.
Yep.
It's pretty good. And you have to, like, on the DVDs, they have the option where you can get a random ending or the, like, full set of endings. You have to do the full set of endings.
I prefer that because I
Yeah.
like to, if you own the DVD, I could see randomizing it, like which one is it going to be
Yeah.
this time. But what they did in the theater, when they originally released that movie, each theater played a different ending. So people came out saying that, oh, this person did it.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So you had to go back to the movie to see the other endings.
You know what movie we haven't watched in a long time? And I didn't, when I first suggested it, you guys went, oh, I don't want to watch that.
What?
Is Hoosiers. That one has
Yes.
a
Oh.
good ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
don't
I've
remember
watched
not wanting
that.
to watch that.
I
has
know
good
you
actors
watched it,
in
but
that,
at
too.
First you went, oh, I don't
Snooty.
know.
I think
It's a basketball game.
I think
Yeah.
Xena probably was like that.
Yeah. See,
Probably.
oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, if we're talking about sports ones, Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy's
That
one,
one
of the
made me
best.
cry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yep,
Rudy
yep.
always makes me cry. I'll admit
Yes,
that.
yes.
Not at the end, it doesn't for me.
Oh, or yeah, what part is it that?
It's in the middle. That's
yeah.
all I'm going to say.
I
know.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know too. Because we just watched that not too long ago.
Yeah.
Because Elsie picked it for her birthday, I believe.
I think I did, or maybe Mandy did.
Okay, if you're talking, maybe this is just me, and maybe I'm just bringing these movies up because of who's in it. But I did also cry at The Natural.
I was thinking about that one. That one is written
That one
really
is,
well
yeah,
too.
it is.
Yep.
That one's different than the Sting though, but it's still one that is like, so where exactly is this going? Like the whole time you're watching it.
The whole movie, I was kind of trying to figure the movie out
Yeah.
in a way. That's
Which
why
in
I
a
liked
good
about
way, not
that.
a bad
Yeah,
way.
in a good way, not in a way of like what is going on.
Not really confused.
But
Like,
I'm gonna bring up a controversial one in this house.
Uh-oh.
I don't think with you. I think you like it because you for so long said you loved the movie.
Oscar?
Somewhere in time.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that movie.
Fun fact. Don Franklin is not in that movie.
Okay, so rabbit trail story time here. Shelley had a crush on Don Franklin in Sequest, so we watched the whole thing. And then she looks up IMDb and sees what she can watch him in. And we watched all the Young Riders, which he was on. And she saw, oh, he's on Somewhere in Time. He's an extra, but I'll see if I can try to find him. So she's like, she didn't even really like the movie from the first time we watched it. But she's like, we're going to watch Somewhere in Time. Let's watch it. She sat through the whole movie. And the
Scanning.
scene, yeah, scanning. The scene that they said he was in, there was no Don Franklin. She was kind of steaming afterwards. But the credits went through and it said Don Franklin, man in museum room.
Yeah.
so it's obviously not the Don Franklin that
IMDb
Shelley
has
was
it
looking
wrong.
for.
Not the good one.
There's two Don Franklins in the world.
Apparently.
Like the
Yeah.
only person in the
Okay.
museum room was a bald guy with glasses that was not him.
Controversial on that one. I like it a lot more now than the first time I watched it. Okay.
I was so surprised that you didn't like it the first time because you're so poetic.
I know. I do love time travel. I think it just spooked me a little bit the way it ended. I think now I can understand the meaning of it and understand how he stayed and that was the only way for him to stay. I don't know why it at the first. I never disliked it anyway. I never disliked Somewhere in Time. It just left me with an interesting feeling. I think that's what it is.
I did.
It leaves
disliked
you.
Well,
I think it's really
depends
sweet.
on what time of life you're in, I guess.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
know
a little
what-
gal, you're not going to like
How does
it.
that work? I'm younger than Xena.
Well, I mean, she was really little.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know what bothered Shelley. It was the stiff.
Now you're going to ruin the end for somebody.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like it. I think it's a really sweet story, and I think I like it more and more
The more you watch it.
as
Yeah.
So there's a ending. It's a suspenseful ending, and it's really good. It's with Cary Grant. Okay. Well, actually, there's two, but the one that's really good is Charade
Oh, I was gonna bring that one up.
with Audrey Hepburn.
I don't think Cena's watched that one, so we can't.
That
talk
one
about
is
too much.
that one's kind of like you don't know where it's leading to.
Yeah, don't give anything away.
yeah,
'Cause
don't say
Xena has
anything.
not watched that one.
Yeah, I don't.
It's very good. Take a look.
Yeah.
But that one's an Alfred Hitchcock. You almost always have that with Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Hard run on me with suspicion.
We've talked about that one
Yes.
before on here with Cary Grant. That one again was an Alfred Hitchcock.
Uh huh.
And-
He is such an excellent actor.
Mom crushes on Cary Grant so bad.
Embarrassing scene.
You could walk in the room and she'd go, "Oh, he's an excellent actor."
She crushes so hard on him.
Yeah.
Well, he is a good actor, and he has some great movies.
I feel like, and this is not really an ending, so I'm going to put it under a line that makes a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Disney one. But Tangled, You Were My New Dream is like the best line of the whole movie. And that makes the movie, I feel like, that whole scene.
I did too,
Yeah.
but that's the poetic people talking again.
I'll agree with that for the women. Okay, like guys like that movie too, and I'm sure that's not their favorite scene.
No, they
But-
like
Yeah,
when
that
they're
one.
at the castle or something, you know. I could get used to a view like this.
No,
Okay,
no,
I'm used to
I'm
it.
sure every guy's favorite scene is "I Have a Dream."
Yep.
Hey, that one's pretty good. And I'm not a guy.
The one fail on Flynn's part is like cut her hair a little lower.
There's literally reels about that.
I know
Yes.
people get super mad at me about that. But it's like, make it look good. This is a Disney movie.
Wait a minute. He was saving her life. He didn't
Uh-huh.
have time to stop and think about how he was going to give her a haircut.
It actually would have been easier for him not to reach up so
But
far.
but he had to get closer to her to cut it that close.
Did you have any other questions that you were going to throw at us?
Let me spark a new conversation because Elsie keeps spoiling stuff for people. What incredibly common thing have you never done?
Common?
Yeah, like-
common.
Well, now I'm not sure if I have, because one time I came in with something that looked like it, but I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp or a hornet
Or is
yellow
it
jacket.
talking? It's not talking about something that happens to you, though.
well, I
right?
mean, I guess it could
Yeah.
be, but
There was one time that I got a bump and it looked like it, but I don't know.
it's
if
more
that
something
was-
that happens to you rather than something
Yeah.
that you've done.
Well, I was just out there thinking about that while I was looking in our garden.
Oh.
I remember one time when I was up on our hill, and I didn't know it, but there was a ladybug that was biting my ear. I was little, and I froze in time, and I was thinking, because I was so proud of my streak that I'd never been stung by anything, and I was thinking, this is it. Literally, I was so dramatic. It's done. I've been stung by a bee. And I come up, and you're like, that's a ladybug.
You're so odd.
I know. We were playing.
You thought the whole world needed to know that story.
Yes, I haven't even told you guys that story.
I think you have. I'm almost positive you have.
Yeah, I
Yep.
that made my day, I guess. Does water skiing?
Well, that's pretty common.
Especially around here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
no.
was going to say eating lutefisk. Like in Minnesota, that's like something that... I mean, we go to other states and they're like, oh, yeah, you and your lutefisk. I'm like, I'm actually not a native Minnesotan, really.
Yeah, never ate that.
No,
I don't think
I
so.
think
It
maybe
was
your
at a
dad-
potluck, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, I think your dad made you taste it.
Nope. He ate it.
Have you had lutefisk?
I think I've tasted it.
No, I did not.
I think you have.
I blocked it out of my head then.
Probably so.
Now, I may have when I was little. Have I ever been to McDonald's?
Yes.
Yes.
Not that I remember.
You might not
You were
remember
very
it,
little.
but yes.
Yeah.
I remember being at Burger King and I remember Wendy's, but
When they were
McDonald's,
very
I
little.
have no.
I don't think she has.
No?
Because the last time I remember was your birthday.
Yeah.
I feel like we went after that.
There was one
No,
other
you have.
time that she would remember.
You
Yeah.
got drinks at McDonald's.
Okay, I've gotten
Like frappuccinos
coffee.
and
Yeah,
stuff,
but that doesn't
but-
almost really count.
No, you haven't ate a Happy Meal.
Mm-mm.
That could be true because you were the Culver's gal when they
Yeah,
started
Shelley
going to Culver's.
most
I
definitely.
was the Culver's scout. I was literally formed by Culver's.
Yep, we started going there when Mandy was pregnant with you.
I loved Culver's and their custard. It's just
Well, it is. There was a study done, and Culver's is the healthiest fast food restaurant.
yeah. See,
Yep. If you
I
got to
s-
choose one, it's the
I
healthiest.
still have a.
You have a problem with their burgers.
I do. Yeah, they come out looking flat like
if they
a
just
pancake.
give you
think-
bigger patties.
I think they actually sit on it, Jay Lee.
You think?
I
They
think
actually
it's
sit on
part of the
burgers back?
experience.
Wouldn't be a Culver's burger if they didn't sit on it.
Like
I
said,
never usually ordered. I guess I did sometimes order the burgers, but I usually got the salad or.
chicken strips.
I know one thing that you people haven't done that's common.
Huh.
Been on a riding lawnmower.
That's true.
Xena has
Whose?
your dad's.
that was a tractor.
That was a tractor.
That is
wasn't
true.
it?
That
No,
is true.
it was a riding lawnmower.
Oh,
Yeah, you were a baby. You don't remember.
I don't
it.
remember it.
but I haven't.
I haven't.
Yeah, I have. You
So have I.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff around here that people do that I've never done. Tubing down the river, four wheeling.
I've never been to Disneyland.
No, but you've been to Disney
I've
World.
been to Disney World. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as places.
We've been out of country.
But that's common. You gotta have something common.
Incredibly
Every-
common.
Every day. Every.
That's hard. Can't think of.
I don't think I've ever had frozen chicken nuggets.
I think you might have when you were really
No,
little.
probably not.
Mm-mm.
Probably not. By the time Elsie, we definitely cut a lot of the junk food out. So
Yeah.
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 I can't think of anything that.
Now,
Common.
correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is something I can say. I don't think I've. Oh no, I have because I got it for free. I was gonna say that I never ordered. Well, I've never ordered food out of a food truck. I've never
Nope, I
ordered
haven't
and
either.
bought food out of a food truck. However, we were given some really good food from a food
El
truck.
Yes.
Samurai food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
So good.
But I have never actually ordered food from a food truck.
Unless you count like coffee.
No, I mean food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say I have because at the fair.
Oh.
But that wasn't food trucks at the
Yeah.
fair.
Those are
food trucks.
technically
Yeah,
sometimes
those
they're
are
food
technically
trucks.
food.
I don't think I've ever eaten food at a fair.
There's a
They
never
bought
have I
cotton
ever.
candy.
I've never ate cotton candy.
Didn't you have some the other day?
Mm-mm, you didn't give me any.
I had it and I thought it was the weirdest thing ever. Probably
Tried
I was
air
probably
once.
like 4 years old.
You've never swam in the river, have you?
No.
Swam in the river?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
I've swam in the ocean
Mm-hmm.
and I've dipped my feet in a lake.
No, I don't think
See,
I've.
I grew up swimming in the river.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that.
I've only been to a public pool once.
Yeah.
Unless you're counting hotel pools, I've never been to a public pool.
Yeah,
you
that's not
probably
really-
Yes, you have. When you were little, we went
No.
to the
If you're talking
Spring
about-
Valley one.
No,
No.
that
Yeah.
was me. I don't think ever with
I don't
Jaylene.
think she was born.
I mean, we went to the Dells, so I've been like water parks and stuff like that, but not like just like a town public pool.
No.
We used to go. There used to be a hotel we used to go to and have pool parties at.
It was in Preston. They used to allow the public to use that one.
Yeah.
I
But
can
now they
say
don't.
this. I've never played a video game. On the
Okay,
I don't think I've even played a video game like I don't think I've ever played what's that guy that eats things?
Mario?
Pac-Man.
Uncivilized.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's fun.
I've never played Pac-Man, but I've played things like off brands of Pac-Man, like
Yeah.
games like it before.
I have played, okay, now I know I'm getting particular here, but I've played computer games growing up.
Right.
Like CD-ROMs. That doesn't count. I've never played a video game.
Because some
Like
people count that as
Mario,
video
you've
games.
never
Nope,
played
I've
Mario?
never played Mario.
Tina, everyone you bring
I've
up.
even played Mario.
I know.
I've played Mario on the computer. I haven't played it
That
like,
doesn't even
with
count.
a controller.
Yeah, that doesn't even count, Julie.
I
I
have.
have played one video game.
We never had a controller in the house ever, so.
No, but I mean the one, over your cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played one video game on the TV, and I actually kind of really like it. It's Sonic Racing. It's like Lego Racers.
It's
but
basically
it's with
like
the
Mario
controller.
Kart.
Yeah, it's Mario Karts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I played
that
Mario
was
Kart
fun.
once.
Especially since you get to play it with somebody, so it's more interactive.
Yeah. And I haven't played like Mario Karts. It's more the, Super Mario thing.
Whenever I think of Sonic Racing, I think of the one time. This was back in 2018, so it was Caleb and Isaiah, I believe.
Yes, it was.
And Isaiah would have been 6 or almost 6. And Caleb was like 8. And Isaiah said it, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
They were playing, and I was waiting my turn to play, and Caleb won. And Isaiah turns
he gets mad. He gets a
very
little mad.
upset, and he goes, "I would have won if you didn't go and beat me." I'm like, that's very true.
That's
Isaiah.
wise, isn't it?
Yes, very deep.
We have a lot of Isaiah stories because I had one back in February about the black bean brownies.
Or was that a Leica? I don't know. It was a Leica. Maybe it was a Leica.
You're gonna have to watch my cinematic celebration for that one. It's the one where I'm in a red coat, I believe.
Does that have to do with the dog?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
feeding black bean brownies to the dog.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was not pretty.
Well, do you have another question?
Yep. I'm just looking at what ones are good. When someone finds out what you do or where you are from, what question do they always ask you?
Who are you related to?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
pretty-
all four real sisters?
Yes.
That's probably our most with if you're asking what they find out what you do.
Well, and if it's from out of state, they say, "Oh, you're from
Soda.
Minnesota."
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we get some pretty interesting questions.
And
Especially-
comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially after gigs.
Are you all graduated?
Yep. What's
You
your
all
real job?
Please
that
don't
one a lot.
ask an entertainer that one.
No.
Please
What is
don't.
your real job?
Just a little life tip there.
And there's a lot of women who have sons or grandsons.
Yes.
And they're serious about
Yes.
it.
Oh,
And every
my
single one of
word.
those sons and grandsons are the perfect person.
Well, I'm a little bit like, they're like, oh, you could marry them. And I'm like, well, first of all, I'd like to meet them first and see what they look like. Like, I'm not agreeing to anything until I see the merchandise, right?
Oh my word.
I mean, you have to say he's handsome. He's your son. Now, I know there is answers to this one.
Oh dear, what?
Maybe Linda should answer for each one of us. What topic could you give a 20-minute presentation on without any preparation?
Yeah.
Yeah, you answer for it.
You answer and see what we can.
Like for at this point in time.
Yes.
Right.
Well, Shelley is now not engrossed, not enamored, but she is saturated with knowing about Michael Jackson.
What did I say?
We bought her a book. I don't know.
His autobiography.
Yeah, what 3-4 days ago? I don't know.
It's been about a week.
And she was almost through with it
No, she slowed down because she's on the last chapter.
Yeah, she doesn't want to end it, does she?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll read it again.
Before that, it was Menudo.
Oh, that one drove everybody crazy.
Not me.
Yeah.
I did that one.
A
kinda
very
with you.
a very specific time for Menudo, though. It has to be with Robbie and Charlie. If not, it's no good.
No.
And before that, it was Frankie.
Frankie Avalon, yeah.
Yeah.
But was Scott Baio in
Oh,
between?
Scott Baio.
Scott Baio was before Frankie Avalon.
Oh, he was. He was.
Yeah.
But
I
she-
actually wrote a lot of my school papers about Scott Baio. Homeschooling, you know. Hey, and I got all my facts right.
Yeah, Xena. Well, that depends too. Well, Cliff is always a big one. Cliff Richard.
I know a lot about Cliff.
Yeah, she knows about that. But right now she's kind of into growing herbs and that, so she knows. I can go to her to ask about that.
Or embroidery.
Embroidery.
Yeah.
Just decide to do it and learn.
Yeah.
You can be self-taught.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much self-taught.
I that's the best way to be. I mean, not that it isn't always good to take instruction and learn and that, but you know what? You're not going to learn till you have to do it.
Yep.
That's the best way to figure it out. Trial and error.
Right.
Yeah.
I could tell my how I learned to sew story.
Do it.
Well, I wasn't a very good seamstress in high school. In fact, I flunked home ec sewing. Now, I probably could have done it, but I didn't think I had the ability at that point. You know, you have to have that courage to start. It was just a quarter, so I didn't flunk the whole class, but that was kind of a... Anyhow, fast forward, I marry Mike, and his mom came over with a stack of jeans and put them on my lap.
Just plopped them on your
This was not out too far after we was married, and she says, "You're married to him now. You fix him." And I looked at her. I was like dumbstruck. I says, "I don't know how to sew. I don't have a machine. I don't know how to do this." And she looked at Mike. She says, "Give me the checkbook. We're going to go get her a sewing machine." And I went, "Oh, my dear, right? I don't know." So anyhow, we went over to the local Singer sewing machine shop. That's when they had those things.
Yeah.
And she bought a little $200 machine for me. Brought it home. Now I knew how to thread a machine because I'd taken home ec, like I said.
Right.
And I bought a yard of fabric. And I think my mom had like a little, I don't know where I got this pattern. Maybe it was from my mother-in-law. I don't know. But I thought, okay, I'm not stupid.
Yep.
I can do this thing.
That's what it takes.
Even if it takes me forever. So I opened up the instructions because I didn't want to waste that money.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, that was a lot of money for us when we started out. So I cut it out, and I knew that much. I had a little baby pattern, little girl's dress. I don't know why I didn't have baby girl at that point. I had, so I think I was going to make it for a friend. And I cut it out. I sewed the shoulder seams together. I was so proud of myself.
I love this story.
Only the shoulder seams, mind you. And I took it over to my mother-in-law's, and I was showing everybody how I sewed the shoulder seams together. And they all looked at me like, well, yeah. What's the big deal? But I was proud of that. And, yeah, I finished the little outfit, and the rest is history. So
Yeah.
if I can, it just, you're not stupid. You can learn anything.
That's what it takes is the will to know and the patience.
Right. Now, you might have a talent for something other than, but you can still learn a little bit about it,
Exactly.
and
you'll end up costuming a play with 60 costumes, right?
Right?
right. Well, and you keep learning. you know, there's a lot of people that can sew far better than I can. You know, you just don't look in the inside.
You're giving away your secrets here.
You know, I never got into quilting too much, which I admire that art.
Yeah,
Is that your
I don't
common
know
thing?
that you
I've
haven't
made
done.
quilts,
She's
but
made
I've
quilts,
not
yeah.
made these intricate quilts that yeah. I don't. I admire that.
You know, that's
But that takes. I'm one to. I like instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't like cross stitching.
Yep, that's me too. I like embroidery, not cross stitch.
Yeah, I want to get this thing done and look at it and say, "Wow, I did that." You know.
Yeah,
So,
I know. I'm the same way too, and it's like, but that's what I think people need to understand. Like, and there are different kinds of personalities and different types of learning. This is true. There are people that need instructions and books and do very well with that. Not me. Mine is, show me how to do it, and then I'll learn as I go and figure it out as I go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean. You can go back to music with this. You can go back to really there aren't rules to something if you're productive with it. You know what I'm saying? If you can figure out a style to make the end result something that works or something that is good, then it doesn't really matter how you got there.
Yeah, my grandma had a pedal
machine.
pedal machine, and she let Mom use it, and Mom made some beautiful stuff on that. Wished I still had it, but you know, it's hard because I don't know where you'd get some of the things like the bobbins and that for that type of machine right now, because everything's, they don't have that. You can't even find anything they don't have fabric stores like they
Not around here.
Mm-mm.
No, we've lost most all of them.
I have a
that's
fabric
sad.
store in my
Yes, we do.
Yes,
shed,
we do.
but
Mm-hmm.
and like Mandy, I mean, she's a crocheting genius.
Yeah, I don't like you do those doilies. See that my brain doesn't work that way.
No, that would bore me.
If I get up tense or fussy, like I never do, you guys, it calms me down. It's just soothing, and it's like.
And yet you're like counting and having to follow the instructions.
Somewhat. Right? I mean, I can look at something like in the instructions, and usually I don't have to look at it again. The round.
No.
So it's like it's imprinted in my mind, and I just go do my round. Now I'm starting filet crochet, which is designs. It's kind of a cross stitch crochet together.
You put a picture inside of the doily or the lace.
That is a little more time consuming and thought
challenging.
Yes, thought challenging. So I know if I'm too tired, it's like I'm gonna make a mistake. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're focused on one thing, and I think that's something you need to do to
Relax.
not have too many much input and
Yeah. So what could Jay Lee give a 20-minute presentation on without any preparation, do we think? Luther.
Oh, Luther.
His name is not Luther.
James Ingram's music right now. She's been looking into his music and stories. But I would say, honestly with you, it's not even just James Ingram. It's like Quincy Jones' production career.
I really want to read his autobiography. Yeah. I wish James Ingram had one, but unfortunately he never wrote one. But Quincy Jones has an autobiography I really want to read. And he's just really a fascinating guy once you start looking into him and his style and who he produced. I mean, he even produced It's My Party.
Yeah,
Leslie Gore.
Leslie Gore, yeah.
There was another one in the 70s that he produced.
See, that's the whole thing. And I know we've been talking about it a lot more, but it's like I could talk way more about music and about the writers than I used to, because the more that you get into singing these songs and then you start writing your own songs, it fascinates you a lot more to learn about the background.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's more, I feel like when you're actually in it as a job, it's very encouraging to read everything that everybody else has been through.
Yes,
You know,
it
it's
is. It is.
inspiring and encouraging.
Now, Elsie, I can't think of one thing. Maybe you guys can, but she is our little encyclopedia of knowledge. You just, if you don't know it, you go to Elsie and go, now, what was this again? And
What was the year? What
yeah,
was the,
and who was in it, and what's his name? So, if I didn't have the internet, I would go to Elsie.
I can attest to that, yeah. Because honestly, I feel
Well, it gets irritating at first when they're little because they want to just tell you all of it, you know, without random
Context.
information, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but now I appreciate it greatly.
Yeah.
I try.
You do well.
Yeah. No, that is one thing that amazes me, Elsie, because I am not a person like I can tell you the situation and the story that I read or that I heard in an interview or whatever, but I can't remember names and years like I should. And you're like, "Oh, this happened in whatever," or yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, it takes a while for something to stick, but after a few times, I kind of like. Probably one of my newest dates that I like, history dates that I remember is November 22nd, 1963. That's probably one of the newest ones. I just like it's stuck in my head. Not that I
Memorized.
learned it, but you know the actual date. So
You know, the other thing that I really envy you on this one, and I need to just get better about it. I'm pretty good at remembering Bible verses, but not the references.
Yeah, I know.
But you're
Me
really
too.
good at knowing where it is, where to find it.
It says
So-
somewhere
Our
in there.
concordance.
Yes.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We could probably do a promotional spot now if everybody's okay with that. Let's see. Coming up Sunday, we have picnics and performances in Clear Lake, Iowa at 5:00. We'll be doing about an hour of music there. We'll have our CDs available as well as probably some of our other merchandise. It'll just be a really fun time. Bring your lawn chairs because there isn't seating there. It's out in the park. So that'll be really fun. And then we have on the 30th A&W in Cresco, Iowa. We're going to be there from 5:30 to 7:30. Anything else that we have coming up? I don't think so.
Is there anything in August?
There is some stuff in August. We're going to do another New Beginnings tour. August 3rd. Yep. A concert at Henrytown Church at 4:00. Oh, we are also performing at Rushford, the church in Rushford, the Lutheran one, on July 27th. I think both services. I'm not sure. And then we're going to be at the Red Rock Center August 5th at noon for their music with the arts, lunch with the arts.
Oh, I always
thing.
like that one.
one's
That's always fun.
Yeah, that
there.
one's always a great one. And on August 8th, we're going to be at the North St. Paul Car Show. So that will be very fun as well. Make sure you make it to some of those shows. Check out our website for other shows. And I'm also going to say, if there's somewhere that you would like to see us perform, please reach out to that venue or place. And I'm speaking on behalf of any entertainer, I think. When we promote ourselves, which we do, it doesn't have the same effect as you going and doing that footwork. And we're not saying that to be, like pushing it off on our audience, but the venues will listen to the audience more than the actual performers.
Well, that makes sense.
Right. They approach it as, well, yeah, you're going to tell me you're great. You're just trying to sell your act. But if people are actually requesting an act, it gives more incentive for the venue to call the performer.
Because they want to put on a show of what you want to hear. So
Right.
if we're what you want to hear, then go tell the
and they need to
the
have a
venue.
guarantee that they'll get a turnout and sell tickets. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a business thing for them too. I get it. But make sure that you are telling those venues and places that you want to hear your favorite acts, what acts you want to hear there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have some that are would you rathers,
Okay.
which will be interesting. Would you rather always speak in rhymes or sing instead of speaking?
Sing instead of speaking.
If I what?
Would you rather always speak in rhymes or sing instead of speaking?
I think sing instead of speaking. Not that I'm a singer, but I think I'd rather do that than speak in rhymes all the time.
I would speak in rhymes.
Yeah.
I kind of speak in singing sometimes. Like somebody can say something and we'll burst out in songs.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it would be
That would be
interesting.
fun to only be able to answer somebody with lyrics.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like those guys on Star Trek that like speak in metaphors.
Kind of.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
it'd
like
be
that
easier
would
to
be more
understand.
with rhymes
Yeah, it would be.
because you would have
But
to.
a rhyme doesn't have to necessarily be that it doesn't make sense. That's a
Right.
riddle.
But you have
you
to
just-
find something that rhymes for everything that you're trying to say.
But if I
Although
only spoke in rhymes, I would be natural at it.
Fluent in it, yeah.
Yeah.
but somebody might say, "No more rhymes," and I mean it.
Anybody
Bit
want
of
a
a
peanut?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is just because I do sing, but I think I would go with the singing just because I think that'd be cool. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to annoy people, and it might actually start to annoy people.
I could see that.
Well, not if you were from a planet that only spoke in.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
Oh, that
Song.
must be where I come from.
Yeah.
I've been watching too much Star Trek. Yeah, I would have to say the singing one then.
Yeah.
How about this one? Would you?
Well,
Oh, go
are
ahead.
you saying that I'm the only one that would speak in rhymes and not the whole planet?
Just you. Just you.
Oh, both would be annoying.
I would say
Yeah.
rhymes probably less so than the
Maybe.
singing.
Maybe. I don't know. That's an
Julie, you didn't answer.
I think probably sing
Mm-hmm.
because I still could I don't know. I feel like I'd have more freedom to say what I wanted.
Because you're singing it
Right.
instead of
'Cause
saying it.
you can say anything. You just have to sing it instead of say it.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't be as shy, you feel, because you feel like you'd be singing?
Not necessarily. I'd still be as shy as I am. But with rhyming, like I said, I know you'd be used to it, but I feel like it would limit your response.
Mm. I see what you're saying.
I can say whatever I want. I just have to sing it.
Because I could literally say what I'm going to tell you, but I have to sing it.
Right.
See, but then that gets annoying. Unless it's like, you know what I mean? It still gets annoying if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, but if you answered them in the lyrics, that's what I'm saying. You could sing different songs.
See, that's what I'm thinking more with the question. We're turning it into its own thing, which would be hard. Okay, this would be really hard. Instead of just turning it into a dumb little song like I just did, if you had to answer people with lyrics,
Right,
like
with,
parts
like,
of
a
an actual
portion of a song.
song, that would be
It
interesting.
would encourage you to discover more music, though. So I feel like I would go with that. Would you rather only be able to whisper or always have to shout?
Whisper.
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 Yeah, I figured.
That one's kind of, a no-brainer. Nobody likes somebody that's too loud.
Would you rather have permanent funny hiccups or uncontrollable laughter?
So, like, okay, permanent, does that mean, like, it's permanent anytime you hiccup or you're always hiccuping?
You're always hiccuping.
Laughter.
yeah,
laughter.
Okay, but you're not always laughing.
It doesn't, I don't know if the permanent's supposed to be on both adjectives there. Or is it that you just burst out laughing whenever? It could even be a serious situation. You just can't control it.
I think I'd still like the
Which
laughter.
happens to me anyway.
Well, there's always the would you rather question. I think we've talked about this one before that is kind of interesting to think about. Where would you rather have a superpower that you can be invisible or read people's thoughts?
Invisible, I think.
I think invisible.
Yeah, I would do invisible because reading people's thoughts, that would be too much.
Well, I just know, I wouldn't always want somebody reading my thought because sometimes my thought is actually not how I feel. It's just the emotion I'm feeling right now.
Right.
So
But it's a two-sided coin there because it's like if you're invisible, you could like hide in rooms, and hear conversations that you feel like would help you know a situation better. But it's no different than the thought, really, because you don't know if you're getting the whole story by being
except for
invisible.
you can like you have the observation of watching all the body language and stuff. Like I would think if you were hearing a thought, you'd almost ignore the physical more rather than being an observer.
Well, a thought cannot be what they actually think either. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might get pulled over on the highway a lot, but
Well, it's a superpower, so you can use
it when you want.
Okay,
you're not
so
like
you're not always
constantly.
The movie that comes to
We
my
have a
mind.
cloaking device.
The movie that comes to my mind with the thought is The Misadventures.
Of Merlin
Merlin
Jones, where it
Jones.
has
Right.
there's a lot of things you have to though take into consideration. Is it going to be like that where he hears everybody's thoughts at once?
And how did he misread that?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Right. He totally misread what the judge was thinking.
That is true. But couldn't I misread something being invisible in the room too? That's what's hard. Or do you think it'd be
no
more?
different than if you were actually there? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It doesn't really put you in a disadvantage because you're reading stuff just as you normally do.
would.
yeah.
You just get to be somewhere without people knowing you're there.
Yeah, and you can see what their actions are.
Right.
You probably wouldn't be focusing on their actions if you could hear their
Hear
thoughts.
the thought because you'd assume that was the truth.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
And you're only going to be able to hear their thoughts when you're in a place that's not weird for you to be there.
Yeah, invisible probably is the way to go.
How about this one? This one's kind of fun. If you had to live in a TV show for a month, which show would you choose?
Oh my goodness. TV show for a month?
Not Family Ties.
Now, take in mind, it's a TV show, so, you know, it's always going to end up good in the end.
Yeah, true.
First one that comes to my mind, maybe it's the Andy Griffith Show.
I knew you were going to say that. Love Boat.
Andy Griffith came to my mind at first too.
I've been on a cruise, Love Boat.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. Fantasy Island would be kind of fun.
I knew you'd go to Fantasy Island.
That one doesn't. I mean, it always turns out good, but people have a hard road to hoe.
Yeah. Some do.
Rourke is kind of a brat.
I'm sorry, Rourke. And this is going to be a blank.
Mr. Rourke to you.
Mr. Rourke. And Q from Star Trek kind of do the same thing.
Q's mean.
Yeah.
Q's
does it in a
actually
mean way.
sadistic, yeah.
He does it in a mean way.
Elsie has this theory that Mr. Rourke is Q's good brother.
No,
No.
that's
Wasn't
not.
that
We
you
all know that
that came up
Mr.
with
Rourke
that?
is Khan's good brother.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
No, but it says kind of in the end of Star Trek that he was doing it in a mean way, but it was like he was sent by the Council of Qs to get them to realize what they're supposed to realize.
I think I'd like to live in the next generation for a month.
I was going to say.
I
I'd
thought about
really
that
like
too.
that.
I think I would like to live on Deep Space Nine for a month.
Oh, would
really?
you? And
I
you'd
wonder
be sick
why.
every single day, wouldn't
I would
you?
be very sick.
Yep.
Yep.
You'd always be in the sick bay.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought I might be at the Full House.
That's just because of
Uncle
John
Jesse.
Stamos. You'd have to fight Aunt Becky there.
Yeah.
What about Quantum Leap?
No,
You don't think that'd be fun?
I wouldn't want to be him. No,
Yeah. It's only for a month, though.
no, I wouldn't want to be him.
No.
Maybe if I leaped with him, like
Right,
we worked
right.
together,
Right.
that might be okay.
I'm not saying to be like stuck in one scenario.
Like to not be me, to be able to have the ability that I'm supposed to have in this TV
Okay.
show. Mission Impossible. I'd like to work, like to be able, like I have all the skills I need to know, and it always ends well. And I can, I think I'd really work well with Barney. Yeah.
Would you?
You know what? I think with that Quantum Leap, this is an answer. You said spend a month in the TV show, so you don't have to be Sam. You could be working with Al.
right. Right.
You,
that I wouldn't mind.
Right.
you could actually be at the station and then be part of it, but not affected by it. Be the hologram.
I just wouldn't want to be Sam.
Yeah, poor Sam.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, even some of the sitcoms. I'm trying to think of what sitcom family, maybe besides Andy Griffith, because Andy Griffith's one of the best. But outside of that one, which has already been mentioned, what sitcom family would I want to spend a month with?
Before Shelly says what she's gonna say, I'm gonna agree with her.
Who's the boss?
No, I thought you were gonna say Cosby Show.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would
Yes.
be fun.
I
Yep.
would stay with them for a month.
Yes.
Who's the boss is fun
Who's
too.
the boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But it'd be hard not to flirt with
You know-
Tony. You know, he has to end up with Angela.
you know what family
Mom.
popped in my head first, and I keep going back to is Donna Reed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they'd be kind of fun to
yeah.
stay with.
The monkeys.
Monkeys.
Honestly,
There you
I think
go.
that's where I'd land. I'd just be like, yeah.
You just stay there.
I know there's a show I'm not thinking of. I mean, okay. So if I got to choose who I would be with on Happy Days, I could not spend a month with the Cunninghams, living with the Cunninghams.
Probably not.
I couldn't because of Ricky and Tony. I couldn't. But
Louisa and Al.
yeah, Louisa and Al. Yeah, I could be with them. I'm trying to think of anybody else on there. If there's another family, I don't think there is.
Oh, I could stay with Laverne and Shirley.
I was
I
just
was
going to
just
say
thinking
that.
that.
Yeah,
That
I
would
could
be
stay with
so
Laverne
much
and
fun.
Shirley.
I
Yep.
think we get along with them.
I don't think Shirley would like you very much, though, Jaylee.
Shirley went off and married some doctor. I can have Carmine.
I was thinking I'd like to. I think that girl. Be fun to stay with her for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You are that girl. that would be a bad situation, Xena, unless we all went with you.
Well, yeah.
And then we'd have 2 Xenas to take care of.
Yeah, there's so many good shows. But you're right. You know, Love Boat for a month would be
Yes.
fun because of all the different guest stars that come. Think
Right.
about for a month. You
Right.
know what I mean? All the different people you'd meet.
Which is actually what it's like being on a cruise, which I loved, you know, because there's so many different people that you meet. And can you imagine in a month how many different
Yeah.
cultures they get to interact with and guests?
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, I think I would like to go on the Love Boat. You're right.
And it's got a great theme song.
If you could have a conversation with any historical figure, who would it be?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, of course, I go back to the biblical ones.
Right.
You know, that would be extraordinary. But if it's just recent,
Amy Carmichael would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always really admired her. So she was always my favorite Torchlighters movie.
I'm trying to think of like, I mean, there's so many like with the founding fathers and that, you know what I mean? Where it's like George Washington and that, like to actually know what they're like. Like not just you get what they're like from their words and from their thought, but we tend to think like they're, you know, not human beings because of how it's like, I would like to,
Actually have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back and hang out with Maud Hart Lovelace and her gang from the Betsy Tacy
I don't know
books.
if that's quite a historical figure, but yeah, she is from the past.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Just to have a conversation though, it's like it's so hard. There's so many. It's like I'm not even thinking of.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, there's so many. It's really hard to choose just one.
if you could actually have a conversation with them.
Right, you're just sitting down and having a
Right,
casual.
and nobody interrupting. Or,
Right.
yeah.
It could be kind of cool talking with Patsy Cline.
Yeah, but I'm thinking further back because it's historical character. So it's like
Right.
I'm trying to go off of somebody who probably couldn't be alive now. I mean, technically, if Patsy hadn't passed so young, she could probably still be alive. I would think so. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of further back. I'm making rules on it. Sorry. that doesn't-
Yeah,
but-
someone
Okay.
who you're more not able to see in action.
or there's no recording of them, maybe, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I was thinking like Pilot would be interesting to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, to just get his thoughts on the whole thing. See what that was like.
Or Pilot's wife. What her dream was.
Yeah.
I
Or-
think for biblical, go ahead. Did I interrupt? Oh, for biblical, like there's so many, it's hard. Like a lot of the women, like I almost would like to talk to Esther and Ruth and even Rahab, who saved the spies and that.
Yeah.
Although, I kind of saw that whole thing when Tony Newman, sorry, time tunnel reference.
Back to your TV show thing.
No, no, I'd have to say like David, and you know why? Because I'd like to talk to him for one thing, but I want to hear him sing the Psalms.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be good.
Like, and it's something that I guess in heaven we'll be able to probably do anyway. But I just think that would be really cool, and I want to talk to him about that, like the music side of it. I just think.
Well, I was thinking about that in our reading today because it was telling some accounts of David, and we were in First Chronicles.
Yeah.
In our Old Testament reading. Yeah, and David is one of the characters in the Old Testament that seemed to have that Holy Spirit relationship with the Lord.
Yeah.
Almost like he had the indwelling of the Holy Spirit. But when he was in sin, he was totally cut off from that.
Right.
A prophet had to come and talk to him. So I guess I'd like to ask him, like, what exactly it was like for him.
What
In the
salvation in the
relationship.
sense, or the relationship.
Right, because with us, the Holy Spirit is always, when you're born again, indwelling in you, and even when you're, you've grieved him, there's still that access, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, to have like a taste of that relationship and then totally have that ripped away because you're in sin would be even more devastating of a experience, I would think.
Yeah. That's true.
Which shows you, in his Psalms, in those moments in his life, how grieved he really was.
Yeah.
Because he had broken that relationship.
Yeah.
It'd just be interesting to hear his take on it.
I mean, I'd like to go to certain eras, but just to have one.
Yeah, if you could only pick one person and just have a
to-
conversation.
I'm always telling you that it'd be kind of fun to have like a Scrooge type of experience to go back, but not be seen, but watch the
Yeah.
whole thing's going on.
Just observe.
Like the invisible, but going back and really being immersed in the history of it. You can still have the smells and the sights and even taste the food. I mean, you could be that. You could not just visible like he was, but
So
you could
why do you?
experience the culture without changing the timeline, is what you're saying.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say, why do you want to be invisible? Because I would kind of like to be seen and be interactive with the people.
Well, you could, you don't want to be where you don't know where to be or
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Have some place to live or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Want to be, so you can interact but not
Have to
worry
solve
about-
problems.
Yeah, have to solve a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'd like to also talk to, like, I was thinking about some of the authors, like Jane Austen. I think it'd be kind of cool to.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If there was one time though, like I'd like to really go back to be immersed in and learn about, it'd probably be like early 1900s to 1910s. Really, and I think that came from reading the Betsy Tacy books. But I think that'd be because they had such, for one, like this really it continued through the decades, but like the whole, it was more social. Like they had a whole social season. So it was like going to the parties and the dances that were regular, and it was normal for people to be interactive with people. And
I wish we could go back to that a little bit, where it's like, you were forced to get along with people because that was the only source of entertainment that you had. And people formed closer relationships and friendships because of it.
even the fact that like, so that you would go to dances and it was weird and almost kind of scandalous if you danced more than 3 dances with your date.
And that was
So-
in like 1910.
Unless
Even
you were
with-
like engaged.
Yeah. Well, even with husbands and wives, it was rude for the husband not to dance with some of the other women. They mentioned that in a movie.
Oh.
Yeah. So because it's their guests, or even like you're there at the party to socialize with people. So, I mean, and it wasn't as weird and like, singular, I feel like.
Well, dancing was more of a social experience instead of an intimate thing.
Yeah.
Everybody knew the dances and there were specific ones that you did. It wasn't, a slow dance. You didn't just hang all over each other. You know what I mean?
Every
Like,
single dance. Yeah.
everybody knew the ballroom steps,
Yeah.
which I think should be taught again. But
Or
That's
like back to the Jane Austen kind of thing, like on Pride and Prejudice, those kind of dances.
Yes,
Like I think are
yes.
really cool. And the fact that they're like arguing is their
which was counted as very high class if you could talk while you did those dances.
I think that's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to one of those balls that they have.
I
They
know.
actually have the like Edwardian themed balls.
Yeah. There's one in Switzerland.
Well, I think there's one in Minneapolis that they do.
Oh,
It's
really?
just really expensive to go
Yeah.
to.
There's one in England. That's the only place you should be doing that. Is
Really?
in England.
Is that
Yes.
true?
Yes.
Really?
Anywhere else, it's wrong.
Yeah. No, if we're talking about authors, I'd like to talk to Agatha Christie. I think that would be cool.
That would be
'cause
scary for you guys to meet.
Well, she was just, from what I've read so far, and I haven't read the book actually about her that I think is by one of her kids, but she was just a very interesting lady. Like, she was one of those people that you wouldn't have expected to have the ability to write the books that she did.
You know who would be fun to meet and spend some time with is that guy that you and I read.
Oh, a Gee.
Yeah, his last name's Gee. What is it? It's
H.L. Gee.
H.L. Gee. British author from, I think the books are 30s. Yeah. That just traveled and did different pilgrimages and was a writer and just met the people. Oh, I love the books. But wouldn't him and his wife be fun to meet and spend time with?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
from hearing about the way he talks. And
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way he writes, it's just like you're along with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about that is you will have that ability because he's a Christian.
Yeah.
True.
So someday you will
Yeah.
be able to sit down and talk with him.
Yeah. Well, that was a good question.
Yeah,
That was one to
and
think
we're
about.
at about time to wrap this episode up, actually.
Really?
So, yeah, had some
We
great
talked that
questions. Yep.
You didn't, I did.
We could go on, and we'll have another Q&A next month, I'm sure. But next week will be our top 10s off of Linda's playlist. So stay tuned for that. If you missed last week's episode, it was Artist Appreciation on the Monkees, which is the band that Linda chose to do a episode on. So, and then we'll have a whole new set of things coming up for next month. The first week of the month, we always do our cover song comparison. So we'll pick a song for that. If you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments and maybe we'll do that song.
Sounds good. Until next time, we'll see you well, you'll hear us. We probably won't see you.
Oh, we should probably mention you're going to be on a podcast, aren't you, Zena? Somebody else's.
Yep.
We don't know when it'll air, but she is going to be on the We Say Yeah podcast, right? Isn't that?
Yep. I'm not sure the air date. I know that I will have the interview coming up the first week of August. So, stay tuned for that.
We'll definitely share it and let you know when it is going to be released. But that's exciting.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. And, thankful for the opportunity to come on as a guest. So,
Alrighty. So until next week, where we talk about our top 10 songs and you get to hear us talking about all the music that we love, we'll see you then.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.